to evolve. Road trip. Summer to evolve. Summer to evolve. Yeah. The summer to evolve. Road trip. Summer to evolve. Summer to evolve. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Summer to Evolve road trip presented by Jobvite. We're here at Working Session Wednesdays, and as you saw, we are virtually in London this week. So thanks for hopping across the pond with us. Some of you might already be over there, so we're coming to you in that case. We are here for Working Session Wednesdays, the importance of communication to positive candidate experiences. Erin Bales is going to be guiding us through a lesson on that today. But before we get started, just real quick, I'm Amber Ferrari. I'm Marketing Communications Manager here at Jobvite. If this is your first Working Session Wednesday, welcome. If you've been here with us all summer, we're old pals by now. Please connect with me on LinkedIn. Would love to chat with you about anything talent acquisition or Jobvite related. So please use me as a resource. Before we get started, if you have any questions, please submit them in the questions panel in your GoToWebinar panel. We will respond during the session or after the session, depending on what you need. And now we have Erin here to guide us through our lesson. So I will let him take it away.
Thank you so much, Amber. Pleasure to be joining you all today digitally. My name's Erin Bales, as Amber said, and I like to just start and say, wow, what a few years in just life in recruiting. And now that things are starting to open up, I'm really excited to really be coming to you digitally and providing this message. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about me. My name's Erin Bales. I'm a COE Solutions Manager here at Jobvite. I've worn many different hats in the organization, from a customer success manager to leading the technical team and also working on the ground floor of the tech world itself. During my time here at 6+ years, I've had the privilege to work with companies of SMB size all the way to large enterprise, which definitely the different sizes of business definitely have different sets of needs, but always usually the foundation, just in a higher volume. In that experience, it comes with CRM, ATS, and onboarding, followed by the frosting, I like to call it, as data and analytics. I was part of the Gold Medalist Stevie Award winning team here at Jobvite, and I definitely wanted to share some of my LinkedIn information. My favorite trip was actually a road trip, which kind of hits out two of those bullet points right down below. I do like to be in the driver's seat. And on top of that, it was to Fort Collins, Colorado, very National Lampoon's Family Vacation style, as you can imagine. Automobile, for sure. Lots of in-depth conversations and collaborations can really help, from all the way from family and development, from when you actually take a trip with a company. So I love automobiles. It just really kind of gets everything in balance. And I think that kicks in right into one of my favorite cuisines, which is Italian food. It's all about many different flavors coming together in one taste palette. And I would say in that area, I love spaghetti and meatballs. And when I talk about meatballs, I had a great friend of mine from Chicago, and he would always say, add the extra gravy, which at first I was like, why would you say that about spaghetti and meatballs? But for all of you Italian food lovers, asking for extra gravy gets you a little bit more of the red sauce. With that said, I'm really excited to kick in today into this discussion. And I know we talked a little bit about me, but I want to talk a lot more about me and my experience when I was a candidate. See, I graduated from Pacific University in 2007. And at that time, I was a wrestler, and I worked a lot within recruiting when it came into finding talent that was being developed all the way, in some instances, to the junior high level, all the way to that senior level. That development cycle is very important because in athletics and colleges specifically, that's when a lot of recruiting comes in and starts really finding next level talent. One of the reasons why I love to talk about this story is because Pacific University was very strong when it came into building not only a strong males wrestling team, but we were one of the first to really build a strong United States female wrestling team. So not only were we recruiting one sport, we were actually recruiting double. And it was really amazing to be a part of that experience, which after I graduated, I did come back and coach for 1 year and really worked in that recruiting style. Over many years from then to joining into the Jobvite side, which was full of different experiences, I want to keep it down to switching out my boxer dragon to literally coming in and finding my home at Jobvite. When I was recruited for Jobvite, I was in the customer success field. I operated and worked with a lot of teams, providing the best customer service experiences. And a lot of what we're going to cover through the first part of our presentation today is really what I discovered. And I feel like these simple mechanisms are completely the foundation to build an award-winning experience. So with that said, I'm going to start you on that journey with me, and we're going to talk a little bit about definitions, and we're going to talk a little bit about building your brand. Communication, just like I say, everybody walks into a room, a lot of people get the butterflies. Now, even myself, where a lot of people will say I have the gift of gab, and you can make your own assumptions, of course, listen to me today, but communication is key. It's better to say something that's maybe not the perfect thing to say than not say anything at all. And I find this is one of the hardest things now as we move from a brick and mortar existence in the business world to more of a remote based. And so it's really easy to kind of forget the communication facet because we can get so much work productivity done. But those communication facets can be what destroys the barriers or the walls that are blocking us from accomplishing our tasks on a regular day basis. Even if it's a can and a string and we were kids playing at the little fort in the backyard, we still had ways that we would communicate and we were excited about it. So now that we're grown up and we have so much technology at our fingertips, communication is easier today. Now, communication is not just verbal. It's everything from sounds or signs, behaviors, expressions, exchanges. Right now, if I even start talking, you can still follow along because I'm communicating through my hand gestures. So one of the things in communication is that when you're meeting internally and you're discussing your recruiting organization, I recommend cameras on, just like now. Some people might be able to provide the best verbiage. Some people might be able to really kind of show it. And trust me, you want to know who can be on your team in a great game of company charades. When it comes into that communication, that means you can come up with a plan or a process. And that's when automation comes into the picture. Everybody is throwing it around like candy bar selections at the end of your local grocery store checkout lane. When we look at all these automation options, it really comes into what's your taste, what's your flavor, what's your brand? Because sometimes brand is going to hold more true to me. And then if you can provide automation to get that brand out there more, then that way you're going to get a higher volume of what you need. I also feel that the communication for an SMB marketplace is really great when you really evaluate what you're building. And as you get to large enterprise, it's about taking that messaging and then being able to automate it to make it a bigger thing than you can even imagine. Now, we look at both of those together, and then we come back into collaboration, right? Why would there be communication and then collaboration? Okay? Communication is the message. So you work on that message. And collaboration is as you collaborate and evolve, the action of working with someone to produce or create something. And when you basically work with collaboration, now you are evolving. That message is becoming with life. And as you continue to develop it and build it, it's kind of pushing out there and it's building and developing your audience. Now, I get it. You're thinking, wait a second, what's this guy talking about? We're here today to talk about a great candidate experience, and he's talking to us all about internally. Well, the reason why I'm doing that is because as smooth as you operate internally is how you will showcase when it comes externally to your audiences, your message, your brand, what it takes to make your organization tick, and wearing it proudly because you want to add more talent that's going to take your organization to the next level. That kind of engagement can only happen from within and then work externally. And utilizing the formula that we're looking at today, you're going to be able to solve some of these really hard recruiting times by creating unique content to build brand awareness and hopefully learn to feel more comfortable paving a path with a team. It's hard enough to pave that on your own, but when you're actually collaborating with top minds such as yourself, it's a lot of ways that you need to work together to continue to evolve that message, especially as you're recruiting for people to join your team and continue to their views. So remember, communication's where it starts. Collaboration is as it grows and develops, or like what we like to refer to, evolve. Through this, now we're going to start getting to where we're going to get a flow into some things. Okay, I want to structure now on the candidate experience from what we kind of refer to, starting with a recruitment marketing. Okay, this isn't just by campaigns. I like to throw campaigns in there because this is how we view it. I want to view what we're doing, and then we can talk about the campaign level. Then I want to go ahead and move to the company website, career site branding. Candidate experience of how they review your company starts way before they have an application in the system. And that's why we're viewing those top tiers. Then we're going to move right into a simplified application process. This is what I like to call right when the candidate's making the handshake to really put in their information. And as a lot of leaders have said in this industry, passive candidates are the key. A lot of times the passive candidates, they're the gold that we are trying to mine to get to help generate our company and provide the world the next layer of excellence in your area that your company is strategizing to build that team with. And then I want to finish it out today talking about a retaining silver medalist candidates. Now, I know there's a lot of areas that I don't have in here, but I want to make sure that these messages are really going to be foundationed with after today's discussion. And with that said, let's jump right into recruitment marketing. Okay, newsletters, articles, they're in our face every single day. We pull up our cell phone first thing in the morning. We're checking our emails. We have that anxiety kind of pushing into us. We're all in it. We just came from a very difficult time across the entire world. And now we are really kind of connecting in a different way as things are opening up because we're now in a hybrid. We open up our phone. We start to see the news articles. We're checking our emails. And I really love it when I have an open area of discussion that I love to really kind of embrace. If it's a technology push, like we're seeing so much in the tech space, there's always an article every day that's really kind of pumping it up, letting me know what different sectors are doing, and it provides a lot of interest. These news articles, these actual marketing brands, they are very important when you want to reach out to your candidate audience. Remember, when you're looking to recruit, you're looking to recruit the specific talent that's going to help your organization grow. Helping your organization grow is very key when you start to think about culture. So remember that when you're putting out your marketing out there, this is part of that communicate, automate, collaborate. Keep that content fresh. And as you're automating it and pushing it, you also need to be able to capture data feedback directly on those points. So that way you know which campaigns are actually going out there and getting the most clicks, and you can actually check your clicks to follow through ratio. Because a lot of times with technology, you can provide jobs right on these articles at the bottom which makes it a really easy candidate experience to be like, I want to join that team. They made it so easy for me. I'm going to click that link. I'm going to be sourced to it on the actual employee side. And now the candidate's having an excellent experience because they see what they want and it's right at the checkout. They grab that candy bar and now they're going to purchase it, which is put in an application. I want to give an instance of this. When I joined Jobvite, I was heavily recruited to join Jobvite to lead the team. And it wasn't just me, it was a group of excellent-minded individuals like myself that we were able to collaborate. Everybody you can imagine, culture was huge to us. And that's what really got me excited. I am a big person when it comes into diversity in the workplace. I think that what we really need to look at is who can have the skills, who has the experience, and then there's so much love and connection when you collaborate with your teams. So with that being said, when I was leading out that team, having the company board, being able to provide that opportunity to broadcast out to the world, hey, this is great work coming over here. This is exciting. They provided a message. We automated it. We published it directly onto the social media channels on how I was basically having these opportunities. And we were collecting data from it, not just data when it comes into who's viewing and clicking it, but a lot of people within my talent community started to join into the actual product. And they were just as excited about it as me. And we loved working together and collaborating. And we were able to get members that maybe didn't kind of go in my community growing up, pulling them in and then making a bigger melting pot of lots of different ideas to create more of a global marketing message. It's important not to just get the message, but just like I said, it's all about the actual optimized recruiting marketing organization when it comes into your tools. If you got a shovel and you're shoveling, it's really, really difficult to dig a big hole. But if you need to dig a big hole, you need more automation, which would be more of an excavator to dig that hole. And that's where your tool sets are looking. When it comes to company website, career site branding, what we really need to focus there is easy navigation, short videos, real company pictures rather than stock images. Stock images were great years ago, but now as we're getting through these times, people want more of the personal touch. When we look at company websites, I wanted to bring ours up here for instance. It really kind of showcases our brand. Welcome to Jobvite. Here's an actual search for the different jobs available. Keep it simple. Don't try to make it where your career site landing page feels like you're going through a maze or a puzzle to get there to apply. Make it simple, but make it elegant to your company's message. We also have great job description grader. It's on jobvite.com. I like to provide that there because after you have a great experience for a candidate to look through your career site, now you want to make sure that your job description really is providing the skills and experience needed to find the right talent. So please check that out today. And then we want to go ahead and follow this up on the company side by a quick apply process. Here's the deal. Ask the questions you need to, get that information into the system. Once you have it there, send out an employment application later in the process. This way, the candidate already feels they have an opportunity, which makes them happy. And so when they get that information sent to them, they know they're moving through that pipeline, which is exciting. So don't overstack it at the beginning. Don't duplicate it at the beginning. If you're asking the same question twice in two different areas, simplify that. Make the candidate know that your company needs that information once, and that's the kind of organization you're going to be partnered with. Once that application comes through, timing is everything. Getting communications on a regular basis, it's very, very important. You basically can run campaigns, which are just emails, letting everybody know, hey, you're still in the running. If you're a company that goes out and you'll fill a requisition, you're like, what are we going to do with this talent? So you're not properly letting them know they don't have jobs. You're doing more harm for yourself. Be open with your communications and your strategies with candidates. Let them know, hey, we're really sorry, but the opportunity's here, but we'd really like to add you on our mailing list So that way, as new opportunities open up in the next few weeks or next few months, we would love to have you take an interview for another opportunity. Silver medalists are key, and we're going to get to that in a second, but it's very important timing. AI is also a new big touch in here to help when it comes into screening through skills and experience when it comes into resumes to systems. We, of course, have our own formulation of this. Other companies have theirs. I highly recommend to start looking in there, but until you have your automation figured out, AI is not going to be your friend. You need to figure it out. Communicate, automate, collaborate, now AI. And then automatic candidate notifications. Make it where you're checking in, you're getting emails coming out there. And a lot of times we're only one person or we're a smaller team. And it's really important to start looking in chat bots, text, a lot of different functions there. Communication is key. Hearing something is better than hearing nothing. And if we utilize all these, this takes us directly to our silver medalist candidates. Email campaigns, web campaigns, provide them an instance to go check. Even if they're not a candidate, maybe they're going to share it with their friends. It's crazy to think about that, but it's really a nice way to be. Even if somebody doesn't get hired at your organization, the way that you treat them could help you gather talent in their network. Now they're coming in. And these are just some of the tools to really help us there. Now, I know we covered a lot today, and I just wanted to put a little key up here, but everything leads down to the importance of communication through automation plus collaboration equals a positive candidate experience. And right now, branding is more important than ever before because everybody's out there, and I call the digital mall, which is the job boards. And so you want your brand to stand out, and you want people to talk about the delicious flavor, so they put their applications in at your organization. Today's presentation, I want to just cover the evolved model. I think it's really important to understand that when you actually follow all the arts of recruiting, it's not just about your team going around these circles and these roundabouts. It's about the candidate riding in the back seat. So always imagine that in my mind that when I'm recruiting, I imagine that I'm driving through the process of engagement to the applicant tracking system to onboarding. And I always think of it as my little daughter sitting in the back seat. And that's the candidate. That's that experience. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Am I going too fast? Are we getting sick? And these are very, very important things that can only be managed and monitored by data. Thank you so much for everybody giving me the opportunity to speak today. This has been a complete honor. And I wish for everybody to hit the rest of this week crossing finish lines with smiles and high fives. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Aaron, and virtual high five to you for sure today. Thank you for guiding us through that lesson. Yeah. On how communication leads to positive candidate experience. I think I cried an AI tear when you said you need to communicate and get all of your automation and processes in place before you incorporate further automation and further AI. That's absolutely true. So now we get to some more fun, giving away some prizes. So if you could join us at kahoot.it today, if you enter in 2237400, you will join us. We're going to have an interactive quiz, see if you retain some of the highlights from this presentation, and then the winner will receive a Jobvite prize pack. And then after that, you will get a special chance to win even more prizes this week and this summer. So we'll see if we can't get a handful of attendees in for our quiz. Maybe just a couple more. And I think we're good to go. We're going to kick it off. All right, everyone, we have a handful of questions for you today. Question number 1 is as follows. What is not part of Evolve's 3 pillars? So he just went over that at the end of the presentation. Is it recruitment marketing, employee experience, application management, or TA operations? This is a tough one. Which is not one of the 3 pillars of the Evolve model? It is employee experience. Next question. Oh, we've got Mary in the lead. Way to go, Mary. Question number 2, what is part of the recruitment marketing campaign process? Is it messaging, automating, data, or all of the above? So when it comes to recruitment marketing, what are you utilizing within your campaign process? Our answer is all of the above, tried and true. And Mary is still in the lead. Is anyone going to knock out Mary from her leader position? Question 3, the job description grader by Jobvite does everything except writes your job description, creates custom reports to help overcome recruitment obstacles, analyzes your job description, or helps attract the best applicants. What does it not do? And this is vendor agnostic, so anyone can utilize the job description grader by Jobvite at this point. It does not write your job description for you. You have to do that. It will grade it for you and let you know how inclusive it is. Mary's still our leader. We had some other names pop up. Love to see it. And our final question is, what is best practice to have on your company career site? Is it a quick apply process and candidate screening forms? Sounds important. Automatic candidate notifications, AI candidate matching, or all of the above? What is best practice to have on your company career site? You tell me. It is all of the above. Whatever you can get on there, we'd love to see it on there to optimize that candidate experience. In third place, we have Nick. Way to go, Nick. We have Tay in second place. Congratulations. But first place goes to Mary, our leader throughout the entire quiz today. Congratulations. We're going to put my email in the chat. If you could send me an email, Mary, and let me know that you won today's Kahoot quiz, I will get a Jobvite prize pack out to you. But wait, there's more. You can also visit jobvite.com/word and enter the word cathedral for your virtual visit to London this week. You can enter the word cathedral and be entered to win a prize pack for the week. And also this summer, we are having a grand prize drawing for $1,000 to Marriott. So please enter to get a chance to win some more awesome Jobvite prizes and that Marriott gift card. Additionally, we would love to see you tomorrow as we close out our week on the importance of communication. We're going to have Jen Zazzetti, one of our solutions engineers, walking us through how to connect with your candidates where they are. So some campaign tips, some intelligent messaging tips. So we'd love to have you join us for that. You can join at the link in the chat. And then we'd love to have you back for week 6, data-driven recruiting. I'm a data nerd. I hope you are too. I'm especially excited for week 6. We get to get into some of the reporting you can do, some of the feedback you can share with your teams to tighten up your TA process. So go ahead and visit thesummertoevolve.com or jobvite.com/summer to get signed up for week 6. Once again, so happy to have you here with us at Working Session Wednesdays. Love seeing some of our repeat attendees and hope you keep joining us. And also hope to see you out on the road next week. We will be in Paris. So please continue to join us on our hop abroad, and we will talk to you soon. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.